come before your presence today. Remember this, my situation has changed because I've changed my way of thinking. This is just a review of the events of December of last year, 2023, and starting with Let's Talk with Gullie. Basically, what I did for that platform for December was simply to go over all the events of the past year concerning Let's Talk with Gullie about leadership. And we asked the question, what kind of leader am I, or what type of leader am I? Understanding one's personality, the law of momentum, and John Maxwell called it the big momentum, the big mo. Once you have momentum, you do not want to stop. Then John Maxwell the law of connection. We have to, as leaders, as people in general, we need to connect with people in order to get the program or the assignment to completion. Then also a spiritual and educational perspective of leadership. And we just had people from educational part. This was Dr. Christina Allen Roach, a principal at one of the Chesterfield County Public Schools, Beulah Elementary, actually. And she's a principal there as a believer in Christ. So she has to use she talked about the spiritual and educational perspectives of leadership. And then we talked about the Leadership Stride by Elder Gilbert Chestnut. And my wife, co-pastor Janice, talked about leading from the rear. And we just had so many different people and perspectives of leadership. Another one was Anthony Gomez. And this young man, as had been involved with the prison ministry, he had been in prison from a teenager a little over 20 years. And he was serving a lifetime, but God worked it out. Now he's a leader. He works with the legal department and the legal support with Verizon. And he goes to DC. He goes around the country, and the leadership perspective. Remember, he was in prison, and look what God has done. And he has a lot of leadership skills, even while he was in prison. So we thank God for him. Then Karen Nicholson, leading from where you are. You can be in the front, the middle, or the back. We can lead. And we thank God for that. Then in December, I basically summarized everything that we went through. So we're definitely always looking for people, for whatever level you may be, to come on and help us out, to listen, to participate, and to be a presenter. And we thank God for that. So that was Let's Talk with Gullie. Then we went on to the New Horizon Mental Health Support Group for December, and it was a really good discussion. And we had Associate Pastor Kevin Skellett, and he's Associate Pastor of Southside Church of the Nazarene in Chesterfield County, Virginia. And this is a man, or he's an author as well, a public speaker. He has gone through a lot, and we've had him on this time for the second time. And he talked about holiday hope, carrying grief during the holidays. Of course, last month was Christmas time. And so he talked about the types of grief, meaning the loss of something or someone. He talked about the loss of relationships, like the death of someone or something, because you can have a death of a pet, the loss of your health, the loss of your financial stability, and especially during any holiday or special occasion, birthdays, anniversaries, that grief seems like it compounds. It seems like it becomes even greater. So he talked about that. In 2011, he lost his son to suicide. He was about 15 years old, I believe. And then in 2004, a great divorce, some financial crisis in 2009, and loss of his pet. And like I said, pets are important to people. In 2021, he lost his pet of 15 years. Then also last year now, his wife has some health challenges, dealing with cancer. So a lot of things has happened, but you gotta push forward. And he mentioned this, and I like this. Everyone's grief is unique to that person, and it's tied to the things that the person has lost. Because someone of loss of a pet, one person will deal with it in another way. Loss of loved one, loss of whatever it may be. So people deal with grief in different ways, and it's not good to tell a person, regardless of how long that loved one or thing has been gone, don't go to them and tell them get over it, because everyone deals with grief differently. Now, we should not grieve to where it paralyzes us. And don't tell people, well, I don't tell people this, at a loss of something, I know how you feel. Even if I have lost a loved one like anyone else, lost things, but each person is different. Each person, again, grieves differently. So don't just tell people, I know how you feel. And a lot of times we haven't even gone through what that person is going through. So like I said, grief is unique to everyone. Grief is tied to one's love for the thing that's lost. Then there are cultural effects on grieving. Some groups, nationality, ethnic groups, grieve differently. So you got to reach out for help. You got to go through the process, and also talk to others. He stated, do journaling, do a diary, listen, and don't always try to solve the problem yourself. Reach out for help. So, and like I said, the holidays, special occasions, after you have lost that something, that someone, it becomes harder. So we want to be in prayer. We want to reach out to people. And a lot of times what I have found out over the years, when you don't know what to say, just sit there and don't say anything. Maybe hold the person's hand, or just most importantly, just to listen. And you're praying within yourself many times as the person is talking to you. So be a listener. Listen to the person. Be attentive. And like I said, everyone grieves differently. So we thank God for 2023, for the Let's Talk with Gullie leadership platform and New Horizons mental health support group. We thank God for those two platforms, and we have many other items on for Simple Balance Life Ministry. So we're looking for you in 2024. Thank you for coming on this year of the new year. And we are expecting great things from the Lord and from you. So please contact us, and we would love to talk to you. We'd love to have you on. If you don't want to present something, just to be a participant, to learn, so you can be able to help others as well. So thank you, and have a great day. Remember, enjoying every moment of every day to the fullest intention.